All right, welcome back to Crappy Design. So I'm really self-conscious now starting this video. Occasionally, I search my channel name on Reddit, more than I like to admit, actually. And I just saw today that someone posted on Mildly Infuriating, saying that it's mildly infuriating that I always seem to start these Reddit videos on the 19th post rather than the 20th. And I will admit that's been a conscious decision. For some reason, when I start on 19, it seems to end up at a more reasonable length. Not that the 20th post would add much more to that, but I'm going to keep starting on 19. Speak no evil, see no evil. Lip and eye remover. This is just in case you've witnessed anything on the internet that was just too much to handle. Instead of eye bleach, you just get eye remover. You're done with them. This is actual eye bleach, like you put it in your eye and you go blind, which is what would happen if you put bleach in your eye. This is just in a more convenient, more well-communicated package. I've been conditioned to recognize this as do not. Enter here. Yeah, what in the world? Why did you design the enter sign in the exact same way as the do not enter sign? What are you thinking? Yes, it's attention grabbing, but I'm really gonna second guess myself as I'm going there. Like, you're really giving me mixed messages. Am I about to have a car just head-on collision me as I go there, or am I okay? I don't really know. I'm gonna go get food somewhere else rather than at this drive-thru. I haven't done a drive-thru, and actually, no, that's false. I hadn't. You know what? Come to think of it, I've only ever done one drive-thru in my adult life. Ever, where I was the driver. I've been passenger a couple times, but where I was a driver, it's actually only happened once. I did an In-N-Out like a few months ago. It was really late at night, and I was like, you know what? I'll just have a burger. And I was very surprised by the line at like 12:30 a.m. A lot of people had the same idea. I just really feel bad for the girl. Where shades of wine, fashions in hues from champagne to burgundy. Oh my God. All right, totally skipped over that at first glance. I like how I read it as where, like I got it, but yep, nope. Now I see the problem. I don't even know how I skipped over that at first. It's just, wow. Poor woman. You did not know what you were signing up for when you agreed to do that photo. You're like, man, I'm so stoked to be on the cover of a magazine. This is like my big break. It looks like they're calling me that. Wow, it's like the Scarlet Letter magazine edition. My hometown's new logo, which cost them $97,000. Man, you gotta love government contracts though, don't you? You just gotta imagine that the private organizations that get the government contracts, they're just like, all right, you know what? We can whip this together in 5 minutes, but we'll just say that it took us about a month of constant brainstorming meetings. Then we had to go back and forth on the highest end designer we could possibly find. And then we had to get approval from our legal teams, even though it really only took 5 minutes. So that, in the end, $97,000. Thank you guys. Thank you, taxpayers. Really appreciate that. Really good stuff. It's not that the logo is horrible. I mean, if I had seen that somewhere in public, I wouldn't be off-put by it. I think it's more the fact that it supposedly, we have no confirmation on the source yet, but it supposedly cost $97,000. If that's the case, then like, dude, my logo that I made for my channel, this channel and the music channel, apparently I've saved myself a couple $100,000 in doing those myself. Pats on the back. The biggest word on Steve Jobs' iPhone case is Android. Good. And then like the second biggest is Google. Google and Android. I wonder if this is supposed to be kind of a troll, because I mean, actually, okay, Google's like the third biggest. App, that makes sense, because didn't Apple kind of coin the term app? I don't know if it was used previously, but I'll admit when the term first started getting used, I was sort of bothered by it. I was like, it's an application. Why are you calling it an app? I guess for short. But then they still called it the applications folder on Mac OS X on the computer. And then they're like, you know, let's just make it app. And it felt weird when they moved that term over to desktop computers. And now it's just used everywhere, on every platform. Windows will call them apps. And it still feels a little, I still call them applications because I'm a contrarian. I'm a hipster. And Anyway, but that's beside the point. Yeah, I don't know if you just weren't thinking or if this is a troll. Whatever the case, just why? You just know. Whatever came first, I don't know if it was Superman or the water fountain. It was probably the water fountain because Superman doesn't have legs there. And you would assume that if Superman came first, it probably wouldn't just be a disembodied torso. Someone did that on purpose. The water fountain was there and they were like, hey, you know what? Let's put Superman there. And, you know, until someone actually goes and drinks, it'll look totally fine. No one will actually realize. Our bosses, when we're putting this in, they're not going to realize what this is going to look like until it's too late. And it's going to be hilarious. And you just know that the guy who came up with this idea, this is the highlight of his life. He's going to recount this story for the rest of his... Guys, did I ever tell you the story of how I got a roller skating rink to put Superman on the wall? Right where his waistline was at the water fountain. And it just... It's the best thing I've ever done. And everyone else at the party is like, yes, you told it to us like 50 times. Thanks. It was funny, maybe the first. A tattoo of a baby's hand holding her parent's finger. No. Oh, no. How did you not realize this before? Like, someone had to have had the design on paper or drawn in pen on your arm before you went through with this. There's no way you didn't see this before approving it to become permanent, and you didn't realize, or you were just like, nah, it's cool. No one's gonna look at it that way. They're all gonna look at it that way. Oh man. It's so bad. That's permanent. Oh, that makes me sad. They couldn't just have used the tan color for the inside lining. Oh, yeah, oops. You just know that had to have been a manufacturing error. That the design did not have that there, and then the factory, in determining the most efficient way to actually manufacture this product, there just ended up being a seam there, and just very unfortunate. And I wonder if the company that is like the brand of this product, they got the samples, and it was like, oh, this is too late now. We're screwed. We've already had too many millions of dollars in R&D costs go into this thing, and we can't change it now. I hope no one notices. Oh, they noticed. What the fork could this possibly mean? Put some salsa on your GPS. Instructions not clear. GPS broken. Wait, why would you do that? What? I'm like picturing a Mad Men episode where they're trying to somehow justify pitching this ad idea to 76. And it's like, why would anyone put salsa on their GPS? No, don't worry about it. It's striking. People will post on the internet about how the sign makes no sense and it will go viral. That's the whole point about it, is it doesn't make sense. The people at 76 are like, I guess you're the experts. Put some salsa on your GPS. It just doesn't, none of it makes sense. A, why would I put salsa on my GPS? And B, how does that have anything to do with gasoline? I don't get it. I want to see a Mad Men recreation of that, though. I really do. My girlfriend's gym socks. Well, that's also kind of unfortunate. I'm sure that if you view it at the store, right, it probably looks fine. And it's just really unfortunate once you get home and you put it on, because you're not supposed to try on socks, because, you're not supposed to go barefoot into them. You kind of just get them based on, they're probably going to fit me because it's for sizes 6 to 10 or whatever. I'm sure you're aware of this. I'm reiterating things you know from life. And you view it from the top down and it's like, what does that say? Excuse me? You what? Hey, at least it's probably in shoes. So how often do people really see you with only socks on? I don't know. Maybe you walk around the house with socks. I guess you're not. Probably not going to walk around with those, though. I walk around barefoot, and it's really strange how many people think that's gross. All my floors are tile. If I walk around with socks, I will slip going up or down the stairs, and I've done it before. Anyway, I don't like having socks on. I feel like one of those cats that has the booties put on it and starts walking like this. Not into it. Not a good carpet choice for stairs, if you ask me. Oh, God, those are stairs. Oh, yeah, that seems really hazardous. And especially, I'm sure it also depends on the lighting. If you had more angled lighting so that you can see shadows, then that would be one thing. But it's like completely top-down vertical lighting, no shadows, and everything just looks the same. That's very hazardous. I don't know, they're at a different angle. I'd have to see it in person, but yeah, I get it. Logo for a children's hospital. Right side up is a man juggling / playing with kids. Upside down is an angry man stomping on kids. Honestly, either way, kind of, it doesn't, I don't know. I don't know if either way works. These kids look, it's like they've got the, the anime sort of emotions coming out of them. Like they're in a lot of distress. Like, why am I being kicked around? I'm worried about my personal safety right now, okay? Can you put me down? This is uncomfortable and I don't like it, sir. It's like you have that on one hand and then on the other, yes, he's like, I'm just gonna stomp some kids right now. It's about that time of day. Just shrugs, starts stomping on those kids. Also, why would you be viewing the logo upside down though? That's the question. A lot of logos for products probably look weird if you flip them upside down. But this one, I'd be very confused if I saw that. Just like large on the front of a building. Why are distressed children being kicked through the air? Is that what happens here? Vicious incest. Okay. Oh. I've never actually thought about if you put ink next to established, it does say incest. How have I never thought about that before? Because there've got to be a bunch of times where I've seen something ink established in a certain year, and that's never resonated with me. Maybe I haven't seen it laid out like that, but it's pretty common to say established and then the year that the company was founded. Vicious incest. I hope that you pulled alongside this person and were like, did you know what the back of your truck looks like to any cars that are a little lower and the period isn't like super clear, even if the period was super clear to see? It says vicious incest. I would be like, oh, I would, you know what? If someone told me that, I'd be really thankful. I wouldn't be upset. I'd be like, oh my God, it does. I've got to change this. I only saw the left window at first and got very confused. Is this a repost? Have we seen this? I feel like we've seen this before, or I've seen this before. Maybe I saw it on a different subreddit or something and it wasn't in the video, but yes, you must die for your success and sell for full living. Why would you say, if something says die, if it's a complete word and it's a word like die, probably don't accidentally Top Gear it, okay? Also, someone actually made a website, or not a website, someone actually made a subreddit called Accidental Top Gear after I brought it up in a video. I'm actually curious. We're about to do a little follow-up here on Accidental Top Gear. Oh, it's only 32 readers. It's kind of died since I first brought it up. Hey, there were some posts on here. People posted on Accidental Top Gear. I had a moment where I seeded the foundings of a subreddit, the foundations of a subreddit, and then it died. Requires 3 AAA batteries in the most annoying way possible. Oh, that's horrible. Why would you do that? I'm sure there's some reason for how the wiring is set up that they can't all be in the same place, but all with a screw? You have to undo 3 screws? I'm sorry, but I'm going to throw that out. Rather than, I hope that isn't something expensive, because, not only did you not just do it to where you can pull the clip and undo it, but you made, oh my God, it'd be bad enough. It's bad enough when I'm presented with a battery opening thing that requires a screwdriver, but 3 of them? No, I refuse. My workplace installed the automatic towel dispenser over the automatic sink. Then does it go again? Is it one of the ones that, okay, at least it doesn't seem to be one of the ones where it, I actually like the ones where the paper towel is already dispensed, you pull it and it dispenses another rather than you having to wave it first. I really like the ones that do that, but it's a good thing in this case, it doesn't seem to be one of those. So yes, it's obnoxious that the first time you do this, your paper towel is going to get wet until you realize what the problem is. That's so dumb. That's next level. Rejected flag of the EU, 2002. I get the idea. It's just a bit too much. It's like there are a lot of things that you like, but it's just when you put them all together, you can't do it all at once. You got to kind of pick and choose, or you got to adjust the design. You can't just throw it all in. Like, I enjoy a bunch of different kinds of candy, a bunch of different kinds of soda, but when you just throw them all into one thing, it's oftentimes not better than just eating them individually, separately. So when you want to eat the flags, you just need to make sure that you serve them separately and, just cut them up differently, ingest them on their own, enjoy the taste individually, and that's that. Anyway, that's it for the past month of crappy designs. I hope you've enjoyed. Make sure to like if you like. Check out the playlist in the description if you want to catch up on Reddit videos and stuff. And subscribe if you're not already. If you want to listen to music playing in the background, it is linked in the outro over on Marin Music. I'll continue to start on the 19th post. I'll see you next time.